Hello again, this is John, and this time I have a white rotary sewing machine to show. It came in this case up here. It looks like a suitcase, but it holds the machine and a foot pedal, and well, I got some various attachments for it too, spare bobbins and things. So let's just go around on it. Thread tension, upper thread tension knob. This is for the presser foot adjustment. There's not really many things on this thing. One interesting little item I noticed, the spool holders up on top here have a sleeve that rotates. It's kind of interesting. You're usually just a steel pin poking out, but these White went to the trouble of putting a little sleeve on there, so I guess the spool would rotate easier while you're doing all that quick sewing. Well, moving down here we have two knobs, one for forward and one for reverse stitch length. So you can independently adjust each one for how long you want to make it. So you can make the forward very small and the reverse very large. So it's spring loaded, it's always going forward until you push the lever down to go reverse. So that's all the way forward, and then we can have the reverse very short, so it only goes a little ways. Well, we can make them all long. So long forward and long reverse. And then next over here we have the bobbin winder contraption. It's got a little lever you pull up and it's spring loaded and it snaps into place. And then on the end there's the collar to unlock the mechanism so you can wind the bobbin. And this is a model 77 white, and down here on the serial number plate you can see 77MG. The MG stands for magnesium, so they made the case of this out of magnesium to make it lighter. Moving around to the back, we've got the powerful 65-watt motor, and you can see it's friction drive. I have it propped away from the hand wheel so the rubber drive wheel doesn't get a soft spot or a spot in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a little spot from where it's been sitting for probably the last 30 years. So I moved the rubber piece out a ways so it would hit on a part that's not dented. What I usually do with these is I take my pocket knife and run the motor and just shave off, while the motor's spinning, I shave off a small layer of rubber so it gets rid of that dented spot. I didn't want to shave that much down on this one though, so I just moved it over so it would hit on a part that doesn't have a dent in it. So that's about it. Let me set the camera up so we can sew a little bit. I wanted to give a quick view of the foot pedal that came with this. It's a pretty heavy duty looking thing. So it's like your typical motor controller. It's got some resistance wire inside there, and it's just got a wiper that moves along. So it's just like all the newer, well, not new ones, but all the ones for the mid-60s that don't look quite like this, but it's just got a nice look to it for a vintage machine. Well, I thought I'd show how to thread this machine. It's a kind of different, well, not really different, but it looks different. But most sewing machines thread about the same way. So we'll take this, run it through this top little keeper, and then it goes down through the tension, the check spring down here. It's kind of an interesting little gizmo. There is a spring inside there that moves up and down. So there's a little hook on the side down here. You put the thread behind that, and then you kind of hold the thread and pull, so this goes up into a little hook inside there, a little place where it hangs onto the thread. I don't know if you can see that wire moving up and down, but that's the check spring to keep tension on it. Next thing is it goes through this, the take-up lever. It has kind of a funny little thing on it too. Then it goes down, normally down to the little keeper down there, and then down through the needle. Okay, here we go. I'll do a really short forward stitch, so it doesn't move too fast through. This doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles on it, so it's going to be a pretty short video. Kind of noisy when it goes fast, but as you can see, we can slow it way down, and it's very quiet. We'll go reverse a little bit, and forward. We'll make the stitch length longer. And there you have it. My practice piece of fabric's getting a little full here, isn't it? Bobbin's down below here. It's a white rotary proprietary, I guess. Yeah, that's right, I should have known that. Good luck trying to find one of those. It's got the kind of a large steel bobbin inside. It's kind of interesting, the top just clips off and then clips back on again. Kind of weird. So if we unhook the mechanism, then just the wheel should go for winding a bobbin. Another thing you notice, the wheel rotates opposite of a normal sewing machine that has a belt drive, and it's that way because the motor runs at a normal rotation like a regular sewing machine motor, but since it doesn't have a belt drive, the rubber wheel makes it go in reverse. So most direct drive type machines like this that have a friction drive, the hand wheel goes in an opposite direction of a normal sewing machine. Normal sewing machines will go forward when they're running. So, there you have it. A white rotary Model 77 MG in a fancy carrying case. Thank you.